Hi everyone, I'm Taylor. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I'm an American expat living in Malaysia, and I like to share my life and travels with you. Now, I know I've been taking you around to a lot of tourist spots lately, but today I'm going to get back to my mission more. Today I'm going to talk about how you can live in Malaysia in retirement on different income levels. That should be interesting, don't you think? Stay tuned. Now, as you know, I pretty much started my channel to talk about retiring to Malaysia, but lately there just hasn't been enough information. Like, there's nothing new about MM2H. Oh gosh, I really wish there was, because I would love to report good news. But so far, there just hasn't been any new information about it. Now, we all keep hoping that the requirements are going to change and loosen, but so far, nothing. But as soon as I have any new information about MM2H, you'll be the first to know. So today, I'm going to talk about what it's like to live in Malaysia for $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, or $10,000 a month. Of course, most of the differences are going to be in housing costs, but other things change a little bit too. Obviously, with a higher income, you can travel more, buy more things, have a much bigger apartment, and things like that, and maybe a nicer car. But a lot of the costs stay just the same. So I'm not going to focus on too many of the everyday items like wireless costs or cable costs or things like that. Anything that's sort of a fixed price. Now I'm going to have a list of each income level and what the costs are involved. So you can do a screenshot of those if you want to look more closely at them later. Now I'm going to use Property Guru again mostly to show you the different apartment options. So let's get started with my income, which is $2,000 US a month. Now I've used a 25% guide as to the cost of the apartment that you can afford on each income level. So on $2,000 a month, you can afford about a $500 a month apartment. Now that converts to about 2,000 ringgit a month, give or take. Now you've seen my place in Penang. I had that a lovely 1,400 square foot ocean view apartment with 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, 2 car parks, pool, gym, all the amenities you could want. A little bit older condominium, but still very nice. And that was around $500 a month. Now, since I moved to KL, my costs are a little less. I only pay about $400. But as you've seen probably, my apartment now is only a 1 bedroom. So of course it's going to be less money. So I'll put the chart up here on the screen so you can go over it with me. As you can see, $500 for rent, $60 a month, give or take, for electricity. That depends entirely on how much aircon you use though. Water, about $7.50, it's less in Penang. Broadband, $35, Netflix, $10. Food, about $500. Now, that may seem like a lot, and it is, but that's because I eat at a combination of affordable Malaysian places like the Mamaks and nice restaurants too. Now I'll say that I think for 2 people to go to a nice restaurant, it's going to be about $25 for the 2 of you. Of course you can do it much less at a Mamak. Okay, now I'm going to also assume that you already own a car and have it paid for. Like I already own my motorcycle and it's all paid for too. So the cost for the car is just going to be insurance and road tax. And this is just an average. I found a chart online that helped me figure it out. So I say if you have just an average car, you know, like a Myvi or a little Toyota or something, the cost is going to be about 250 ringgit a month, which is about $60 or so. Petrol, or gasoline as we call it in the US, is going to be about another $50 a month. I have health insurance. It's not great coverage, but it's $85 a month. I spend $150 a month on medicine. Now that's going to fluctuate depending on how much medicine you use. I use a fair amount of medicine because I have a slight heart problem, as you all know probably. My phone's about $30. I spend about $60 a month on house cleaning. That may be a little on the low end. Okay, so that's a monthly total of $1,547.50. That's 6,244 ringgit and 75 cents. So on a $2,000 a month budget, you'd have $452.50 left. And you could use that for travel or emergencies or anything like that. Now I'm going to compare Penang and KL for this video because I've lived in both places and so I know what it costs to live in each one. Let's look at some apartments in Penang that you can get for around $2,000 a month. Now you all have probably seen pictures of mine, which I'll show you here to refresh your memory. It was a nice apartment, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, about 1,400 square feet. It was in an older building, and I paid 2,200 ringgit a month for that. And I thought it was well worth it. So I was doing some research on PropertyGuru.com today to see what you could get in Penang right now for 2,000 ringgit. I didn't see anything in my old building come up for 2,000 ringgit, although there probably is some. And I did see some in Tin Island Resort. Now that's a little bit further to the west of where I lived and not exactly as convenient. It's on the way to Batu Ferringhi, but it's a lovely building right on the ocean and newer than mine. You can see here some of the pictures. As I was looking, I saw plenty of places available in that building for 2,000 ringgit. The ones at that price were 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and about 1,100 square feet, so a bit smaller than my old one, but much better ocean views and much newer too. Now in KL, 2,000 ringgit's not going to go as far, obviously. Now you've all seen my apartment in KL, but I'll put a few pictures up here to refresh your memory. Now I love my place, but it's only 1 bedroom, all open to everything, but I do have 22-foot ceilings in the living room and a loft bedroom that has a wonderful view. It's only about 800 square feet, but it's only 1,700 ringgit per month, unfurnished. Now actually, I think I got a pretty good deal on mine because when I was looking through the listings today, it didn't look like you could get any more than a studio or a 1-bedroom for around 2,000. So that's a big change from Penang, and it might help you decide between the two cities. So I got up for a minute, and look who took my place. Earl Grey. That's for your daddy. He's recording. Are you really going to sleep there while I'm trying to record? I guess that's a yes. Well, as you can see, I took a little break, and Mr. Earl Grey decided he was going to sit right where I sit to film. I'm sorry to say I had to move him, but he's right here now. You can't see him, but he's watching me as we speak. So now we're going to talk about how you can live on $3,000 a month in Malaysia. Again, I've used 25% for the rent, or $750. I upped the electric a little bit because you might have a little bit more space. I upped food another 100, because who knows, you might eat more because you have a bigger place, I don't know. I raised the health insurance a little bit, and I thought since it's going to be a slightly bigger place, the cleaning's going to be a little bit more expensive. But those are the basic differences. So, what's the total? It's $2,027.50, or 8,312 ringgit and 75 cents. As I always do in my videos, whether it's correct or not for the current exchange rate, I always use 4.1 ringgit to the dollar. It just makes it easier to figure out for me. So in this budget, you're going to have $972.50 left over for mad money. Now that's more travel, more clothes shopping, more eating out. So those are all fun things. Now let's look at some of the apartments you can get for around $750 or 3,000 ringgit a month. We'll start back in Penang again. Now 3,000 ringgit gets you an entry-level place in Quayside, which is the premier place where all the expats stay. It's only going to be a 1-bedroom, but it's going to be about 1,000 square feet, so that's nice. Bigger than what I'm in now. I also found some beautiful, beautiful 4-bedroom, 4-bath apartments in the Tin Island house. Again, the one we looked at before. And it's 2,500 square feet. Enormous! I also found this semi-detached house at 2,000 square feet and 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. It would be a good option too. Now, it doesn't look like it's furnished. Now, in KL, however, 3,000 is going to get you a little bit more than 2,000, that's for sure. For 3,000 ringgit, you can get a much larger unit in my building, 1,200 square feet or so, or the Elements, which is next door, and they have a nice units too. I'll show you some pictures of both of those here. Still a pretty low rent for KL though, so you're not going to get anything like you would get in Penang. Now we're going to start talking about some serious money, or what it's like to live on $5,000 a month in Malaysia. You'll be pretty comfortable, I assure you. Again, 25% for rent, or $1,250. I figured the electric's going to be a little bit more. I added another $100 for food. I guess because when you have more money, you're going to eat more. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I upped the automobile insurance and car tax because maybe you'll have a little nicer car at that income. Everything else stays about the same. So that comes out to $2,677.50, or 10,977 ringgit and 75 cents. At this budget, you're going to have over 2,300 a month left over. Well, that's going to pay for a lot of nice trips or a lot of nice shopping sprees. Or I guess you could just save money. That's something I've never really been able to do in my life. Well, $1,250 comes out to 5,000 ringgit for rent money. Now, when you get over 5,000 ringgit here in Malaysia, you're going to have a beautiful, beautiful home. Now, in Penang, I noticed that you could get a lot of houses for that, either landed properties, semi-detached, or terrace houses, all lovely. The building that was next to mine in Penang, Alila 2, which is beautiful and only a few years old, is just gorgeous. Now you can get a really nice unit there. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and about 2,000 square feet. These will probably be fully furnished too. Also, this amount of money is going to get you into Quayside in Penang too, where all the expats live. Now that's going to get you a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom if you count the maid's rooms, 2 or 3 bathroom apartment, and that's pretty nice. It's going to be really similar to my friend Ellen and Paul's. Remember their apartment when I did the interview with them? In KL, let's stick with my neighborhood for comparison. Well, you're going to get a really nice place in M City for that price, that's for sure. Probably a 3-bedroom, 3-bath with 2,000 square feet. Boy, it's pretty nice, I can say that. I'm impressed. If I could move there today, I would. It'd be nice to have a little bit extra room. Also, in the neighboring building here, the Elements, you're going to get about a 1,600 square foot apartment there. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, for about that price. Now, I'm sure there's lots of other places available around this price range in KL, but those are the ones I just wanted to compare because I'm used to it and they are in my neighborhood, like I said. Now, let's move on to the ultimate $10,000 a month to live on. Now, believe me, $10,000 a month to live on in the US is a lot, but in Malaysia, that's over 40,000 ringgit. And funny enough, that is the requirement for the MM2H now. I think it's a ridiculous amount, frankly, and you'll see what you can get for that. I do know a few people that are doing it anyway, which surprises me because I think I would wait or live somewhere else besides Malaysia. I just think that's really too much. Plus the million ringgit deposit. Okay, if you have $10,000 a month, you can pay 2,500 ringgit a month. Now that's over 10,000 ringgit a month for rent. That's a lot. But if you have this much money, I actually think you could pay more than that. But for comparison purposes, I'm just going to stick with that, the $2,500 or 10,000 ringgit or so for rent. I moved the electric up a little bit because your place is going to be bigger, no doubt. I upped the food to $800 a month. I upped the housekeeping costs for sure because it's going to be a bigger place and you're just going to have to pay more for that. So the total expense in dollars is $4,077.50, or 16,717 ringgit. Wow, that's a lot. Still, you're going to have almost 6,000 ringgit left over. That's a lot of travel and a lot of shopping. I think it's safe to say that that's way more than anyone needs. I guess if you had a large family, or a bunch of children, or people visiting all the time, you might need that much or close to it. But honestly, only the richest people in Malaysia have that kind of money. Now they said when they changed the MM2H rules that they wanted more quality people. Well, you know, to me, just because you have a lot of money doesn't have anything to do with the quality of person you are. I mean, I know a lot of rich people who are pretty low quality. Anyway, let's get on to the fun part, and I'll show you what you can get to live in for 10,000 ringgit a month. Well, I'll say right up front, In Penang, you can pretty much get anything you want. I mean, there's very little that's over 10,000 ringgit. Oh, there's a few, I guess, but you can really have any type of house or apartment that you want for that price. Now, I found this example in the Cove, which I could see from my old apartment. It's not a new building by any means, but it's not terribly old. But the one cool thing about it is there's only one apartment per floor, and they are 6,000 square feet. 6,000 square feet? Oh my God. They have 6 bedrooms and 6 baths too. Well, you're gonna love that much space, I guess. And the views are incredible, overlooking the Andaman Sea. I guess I could be happy there, but honestly, I don't need that much space. I saw a lot of landed properties or bungalows that you could get for that price too. Frankly, those don't interest me. I prefer to be on a higher floor, have a view, and being up higher keeps the bugs away, I think. Plus snakes or other critters like monitor lizards. I also found this Georgetown Heritage House. Now that would be a completely different way to live here, because the house is over 100 years old, although completely renovated it looks like. And you're in the heart of Georgetown, where it's not the same as living by the beach or the ocean, but it's pretty exciting in its own way, I think. Anyway, this house has 6 bedrooms and 6 baths, so that's huge, and it's 6,000 square feet too. So that gives you a lot of options in Penang at this price. Now in KL, there's certainly plenty in the market for 10,000 ringgit a month. I did find this one. It's on Ampang Hilir, very near me, and it looks nice. It's about 3,000 square feet, has 3 bedrooms and 4 baths. As you can see from the pictures, it's not furnished either. So I guess when you get up into that level, you might want to provide your own furniture and your own taste. That's my thinking anyway. So I hope I haven't completely confused everyone about the cost here and the cost there and what it is. But I'm just trying to show you what it's like to live here and what different levels get you. Like I said, I'm perfectly happy on my 2,000 a month. I live just fine for me. Now sure, a little bit more wouldn't be bad, but I'm happy with what I have. I think everyone should be. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I try to give you as much information as I can without it being overwhelming. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell too so you won't miss any of my videos. Once again, it's really a privilege for you to welcome me into your homes and listen to me yammer on. I appreciate it more than you know. Well, that's all I have for today, so I'm going to give Earl Grey his seat back, and I'm going to go fix dinner. Thanks for watching so much. Talk to you later. Bye.